Welcome to the Climb Funds Application Workshop. This is the first video in a 4-part series. We created this workshop because most of our clients are first-time business owners and first-time business borrowers. We want to be as transparent as possible about what it takes to successfully apply for a small business loan. If you have any questions about the workshop or our process, you'll see contact information for us at the end of this presentation. Please ask. So if you're ready, here's an introduction to Climb Fund. First, what is Climb Fund? The organization was established in 1979 as the Charleston Citywide Local Development Corporation, or LDC. After several decades of providing much-needed loan funds to start-up businesses throughout the Charleston area, the organization underwent a full rebrand in 2021, evolving into Climb Fund and expanding its services to meet the needs of underserved entrepreneurs all across South Carolina. Climb Fund's mission is to create access to capital, jobs, and opportunities where they would not otherwise exist. As a nonprofit community development financial institution, CDFI, we leverage capital to create local impact, elevate opportunity, and advance economic opportunity. As South Carolina's highest volume SBA microlender, Climb Fund has more than 45 years of history lending to entrepreneurs turned away by for-profit banks. Led by the values of customer passion, growth approach, partnerships with diverse communities, operational excellence, an open and respectful culture, and a better together attitude, Climb Fund provides invaluable tools, resources, and support, while creating impactful change that makes life better for clients, associates, and communities. As we go through this presentation, you'll see photos of our clients. We're very proud of them. Please seek them out. They are our success stories. Climb Fund has a long history of doing good things. We've made over 900 small business loans totaling over $45 million, creating thousands of jobs. And we're very proud that over 95% of those loans have been repaid as agreed. Although Climb is over 40 years old, we've experienced recent growth. 122 of those loans were made just last year. People often ask if we have a typical client, and the answer is no. We make a strong effort to reach all entrepreneurs and small businesses in South Carolina. Although there are some industries that banks typically cannot lend to, such as restaurants, retail, and any business that is a startup or has been operating for less than 2 years. The only industries Climb Fund cannot lend to are residential real estate investors, anything the SBA defines as sin-based, and of course any business located outside of South Carolina. Climb Fund's mission is to reach communities that have a history of being underserved. 66% of our loans went to businesses with owners that fall into the low to moderate income category. 44% of Climb Fund loans went to startup businesses. We consistently strive to make sure that all small business know about the Climb Fund. Our secret weapon for supporting our clients' success is our technical assistance or business advisory services. Climb Fund's Client Success Coordinator leads our business support efforts. We have in-house coaches and a network of business consultants that provide advice on a range of topics from bookkeeping, marketing, HR, real estate, and more. We've also contracted some industry-specific experts in food and beverage and logistics since we have a large number of clients in those fields. Periodically, Climb will host a networking event or hold webinars on topics like how to recession-proof your business and an introduction to payroll. Where do we get our loan funds? From a variety of sources. Our banking partners are a valuable resource. They understand that we lend to clients they simply cannot, usually because of the length of time in business. We provide the capital to get businesses open, and after a couple of years of profitability, our clients typically refinance our loan with a bank. We also have relationships with various foundations and private investors, but our largest source of loan funds come from government agencies. Climb Fund is the largest SBA microlender in South Carolina. We also have funds from USDA for small businesses in rural areas, funds from the EDA for businesses that create jobs in Charleston County, and funds from municipalities to support economic development that comes with perks, like a lower interest rate for small businesses in Spartanburg County or in the city limits of Goose Creek. Just like we don't have a typical client, we don't have a typical loan. They can range from $5,000 to $250,000 or more, but the average loan is around $40,000. Climb Fund's interest rates range between 5.5% for special programs up to 11%. If you're interested in applying for a Climb Fund loan, there is an application fee of $125. But before we accept an application package, we want to make sure it's a viable loan request. Our intake coordinators work with new loan inquiries, helping the business owners assemble a complete loan application package. If needed, we refer the applicant to one of our community partners, like the Small Business Development Center, Women's Business Center, a local SCORE chapter, or other services throughout South Carolina. All of these services are free. They are experts in helping the business owner create a business plan. Climb Fund is truly a business plan lender. As we'll cover in more depth later, our underwriting uses the 5 C's of credit: the business owner's character, the business capacity to repay the loan, the collateral offered to secure the loan, the amount of capital the business owner has invested in the business, and the conditions of the market. Of course, all of the categories are never perfect, but if one area is weak, we look for another area to compensate for the deficiency. We'll go more into each category in an upcoming installment. The key takeaway is that the lenders at the Climb Fund work with our applicants to make sure they are ready to accept a loan. That's a wrap for our introduction. There are 3 more videos in this series. The next one explains what Climb Fund needs to see in a business plan and what's on the checklist for a complete application package. If you have questions, the contact information is here. Feel free to ask us anything.